Hey fellow Vault Dwellers, it's Angry Turtle, and today we are talking about incoming changes to auto-stimming effects. So that's a Born Survival, that is as well a legendary effect that can be on your armor piece, that's called auto-stim. Stim pack automatically used every 60 seconds. And there is one more that will not be changed, but one more exists, so I want to show you. It's the torso mode that you can equip. It's called Medic Pump, and this one automatically uses a stim pack when below 50% health. The cooldown is not listed, but it's very short. It's the cooldown is just 5 seconds, so it's the most rapid way of healing with your stim packs without you actually pressing a button. A very powerful mod for power armor, and this will be unchanged. Now, the two that are changing is Born Survival and Auto Stim. So first, a quick recap how it is currently working. So my health, total health close to 400, therefore 25% of that is around 100, 20% of that for the Born Survival perk, it's around 80. And it can only trigger at a health change. So when health is stationary, even if it would be 60 below the threshold, but nothing is happening, you are not taking rats or damage, none of those perks should trigger. But then if it moves, it should trigger again. So how it will trigger, I currently have on me some stim packs, some regular diluted super. I think I will drop regular and diluted so it will be easier to observe. So 57 super stims. I have auto stim on my armor. I have Born Survival. I'm visiting super mutants that will now attack me. Still 57. And healing triggered. 56 now. There it is. That was a Born Survival triggered. I don't think my auto stim triggered as my rats are. Yeah, my rats are slightly cutting it above the auto stim threshold. That's why it's not triggering. Let's move the rats away. And those changes that I'm talking about will start next week. So again, we triggered a stim pack. That was from the Born Survival. Now let's unequip the Born Survival, so it will no longer trigger, and now we are relying on auto stim. Even though my rats change, and that will not be the case after update, the threshold for the stim pack is the same. Basically, the interaction with rats and auto healing effects is updated. I have the footage that I will demonstrate in a moment after changes, so what will happen from the Tuesday. And now we are approaching 100 health, will drop below, and auto stim effect should kick in. Still not kicking in. Oh, is it broken? There is no way it's on cooldown. It's not working? Is auto stim currently broken? Or I'm unlucky. Oh, and it triggered. So maybe auto stim is already using the new rules. It's triggered at 50. Oh, I just discovered something I was unaware. So auto stim is already using the new rules, but not the Born Survival. Okay, so that's a discovery. Now let's jump to the new rules that will apply to Born Survival. As it seems like auto stim is already using them, even though I was unaware of that. So now we are on the public test server. We were, of course, that's my clip that I made before it was closed, with Born Survival max out, in this case scenario, equipped, not the rank 1. And Born Survival is changing. The new rules will apply. So currently my health is limited with rats to about 200. My total on public test server is 480. And now the new rules, as you will see, will be using for Born Survival purposes 200 as my maximum health, because that's the amount that I have cut off by rats. So no longer the total health is taken into consideration with calculation when the stim pack supposed to trigger. There is still some kind of a bug that my health and rat are not touching each other, even though it's there. Like, I cut by rats. I don't know why this disparity exists, what is causing this. It's not healing or anything like that, it's just visual. As you can see, it's jumping more than it's supposed, my health bar. But it's not actual change. The values are consistent, it's just the bar jumping, so that's visual bugs of some sort. Now you can see my health is dropping, and with max out Born Survival, if that would be a live server, it would already kick in. But it is not here, as it's using now 200 as a threshold, so my health need to drop to 80 and not around 160-200 range when it would trigger on the old rules. So now it needs to drop way more, and yes, Ricochet is doing way more damage. After the patch it will be doing from Tuesday way more damage. Now, what do you think about this change? Is it overall positive or negative for you, the Born Survival? I think for most people it would be positive. Although as a bloodied build you will need like max out Born Survival, otherwise it would be, let's say we're bloodied. Yo, bloodied range health is 80, so rank 1 Born Survival would be triggering at 16 health or below. So very close to the actual death. And yeah, we are close to the range when Born Survival will kick in. That will be around 80 because 200 is being taken into consideration as full health. So the same rules will apply from Tuesday to Born Survival and Auto Stim. Currently Auto Stim already is using the new rules and I was unaware, and that's the Born Survival triggering in here on public test server, max out one. So you're able to see it. It's the same thing for the unequipped Ricochet here. The super mutants were dying. It's the same thing as Auto Stim. Now I have Auto Stim on my power armor and Born Survival only rank 1, so Born Survival at this moment is below Auto Stim threshold. So you will see how low I will get, even though my rats are only cutting off like 60% of my health and not normal 80% like bloodied build would do. Look how low it needs to drop before any of those Auto Stim effects kicks in. Look how little this white health bar is. And now it's finally kicking in. And yeah, that's Auto Stim on my armor, that 25% threshold. It is how it will be for Born Survival and Auto Stim, with somehow exception of Medic Pump. It's still triggering at absolute half health. So if you cut your rats to half health, it will be triggering constantly. And the Medic Pump is only for full healths, really. Otherwise it's constantly applying stims. So those two effects, Auto Stim and Born Survival, will be consistent. The Medic Pump still using old rules. What do you think about those changes? I use a lot of those perks and effects, so for me quite significant. How is it for you? Do you like it? The change? If you are a bloodied build, if you are full health, you will not see any difference. But if you are a bloodied build, the calculation will be completely new. It will be from your actual cut-off health, not total health. So rats excluded from the calculation. What do you think? And that's everything I have for this quick update. Thank you all for watching, and see you all in the next one.